The first thing that I think is the coolest part about annuities, unlike CDs or most CDs that I'm aware of, different than bonds, different than private placements, is that you can access 10% a year. So if you have $1 million annuity, start to play that out, and that annuity's got a 5% fixed, you're averaging a 5% return on it. So it's filling back up. But you're taking out what would be an annuity like payment every year of your returns. You can just take out whatever you need. What if you don't need 50,000? Well, I'm not going to take $50,000 out. I'm going to let it grow a little bit more. Or I'm going to take out a little bit more this year. I'm going to take out 70,000. Doesn't that sound better? Almost every annuity has that feature. Why wouldn't you just take out what you need? When people see that pocket of money, then the psychology of it changes. It becomes their fun pool. That's actually their income pool, where it's like, hey, I'm going to get in the habit of taking money out of my fun bucket whenever I need it. And it's always there. So it's like, to me, that is a much more life adjusted way of addressing income needs than just saying, I'm going to give all my money to one person and I'm going to pay them a percentage to pay it back to me with a crappy return. That's to me what guaranteed income is. They're really easy to sell. You know why there's so many of them? You know why people love to sell them? Annuity guys love to sell them. We don't sell income annuities, if you couldn't tell. If you couldn't tell, we don't sell these. But here's why people sell them. How does $100,000 a year feel for the rest of your life? And you'll never outlive it. Feels awesome. But yet when you do the math, you're like, that's a 3% return on my money forever. And I'm just paying myself back my own principal for almost all of my life. And the insurance company's taking very little risk that I'm going to outlive that money. And that's not how people spend their money. It's a smiley face, right? Like that's not how people live their lives. So my hope is that people take a deep breath, but we do annuities too. And we do them in the way of access them like a drawdown pool of fund money. And it makes it easy that every year you can take it out and there's no penalty. I like building my own income annuity for my clients where they get to choose how much to take out every year. At the end of the day, that to me, that flexibility of your life's adjustments feels a lot better, and it doesn't come at a cost, where those income products all come at a cost and a fee, and it's usually limited returns and more rigid ways of taking it out. So I also like that it grows tax deferred. That's another thing that most people don't talk about. Everything in there is growing tax deferred, so that's you get the benefits of that. And then the third is that every year you get to change the investment philosophy of annuity. So unlike a CD or a bond, you're locked in perpetuity through the duration of that product. Annuity, every year you can go back and forth from index to fixed, indexed, indexed, fixed, fixed. I'm just going to get 4% this year. Okay, cool. Or this year I want to take a little bit more risk. I'm going to do the 9% cap of the S&Ps. So if the S&P does up to 9 or more, I get 9, and if it goes backwards, I get 0. Okay, cool. And every year you get to play that game, which I think people aren't aware of when they're going through annuities, and they're not supposed to be complicated. They're supposed to be simple, which makes them effective for most retirees.